Hello friends, today we are painting space. So we're starting with a rectangle with some roundy corners. Very important to have the round corners. Play with the dimensions a little bit so it looks nice and symmetrical. Clean up that little bit up there in the corner so everything is nice and clean. And then over there, if you didn't see, over there on the right, I locked the layer. And what that means is I can color as much as I want, but it won't go outside of the rectangle I've done, which is pretty handy. So now I'm just using the Blurred Edge watercolor brush that is stock default in Manga Studio. It's really kind of the only thing I actually ever use it for is painting space, but hey, what do you know, it works. I wanted to mention how kind of my philosophy for these sorts of paintings is kind of keep a contrasting light and dark. So what I'm doing is in the upper right here, I want my bright primary color, the sort of bluish green, up in the top right, and then in the bottom I'm leaving mostly darker, and that's also where I'll kind of play with my other side colors here. Though that is something I'm still kind of working on. I still have some trouble every now and then preserving the dark parts of the painting, which is kind of important if you think about it, since we're trying to paint space, and space is traditionally pretty dark. So throughout the rest of this painting, you'll see me trying to bring the dark bits, the blacks, back in, because already you can kind of see I've already kind of painted over all of that. But so the primary focus is a sort of bluish. What is that? Aqua? It's not teal, is it? Aquamarine? I'm terrible at color names. And look, I'm already trying to bring black back into it. Not quite black. I'm not using black at all. You can see my palette up in the corner. Those are the only colors I'm using. And this Manga Studio brush just automatically mixes them, is why I like it so much, and is why I love painting in Manga Studio as opposed to Photoshop, because Photoshop brushes, no matter how nice the brush is, they just don't behave this way. It doesn't mix the colors the way you would expect traditional paints to. Oh, and I was saying how I'm not actually using black at all. Like I said, you can see my palette there in the corner, and I'm so glad I found this palette that I've just over time realized that I really like these colors, and when I've seen other artists use these colors, it's like I want to use them too, and it's been very helpful. Oh, and there I am, the dark bits again, and also I put some brighter red highlights in the red bits just to have some more brighter spots to offset the single bright spot there in the blue. Yeah, I'm just spreading the blue around some more. What time is it now? Now it is time for a new layer. Now it's time for stars. Lots of dots. Lots of dots. So I'm just on a regular brush now. You can see up in the left I'm using the Friendin brushes, which I think they were about $5. And honestly, they're not vastly different from the stock Manga Studio inking brushes. I do prefer them. There's just a certain smoothness to them that I enjoy. I wouldn't say they're required, but I do use them every day, so there's that. My goal for doing stars is to have a lot and have them nicely, pleasingly arranged in groups. I always start with the big stars that I just kind of randomly throw around, and then group a lot of little stars around them, while still trying to stay random and have them all over the place. And it's a fine line between overdoing it with the stars and not doing enough. I try and find the happy balance of having too many stars and too little stars, which is a weird concern to have. Does my painting have too many stars? This is too many stars. Now right now I was putting some yellow stars to offset and balance with the big star that I just put in. I like to have, especially when I have one kind of focus color like yellow, I like to not just have it in one single spot of the painting. I like to kind of spread it around just a little bit. And now I'm just kind of making the star look nice. And this is on its own separate layer. And now I want to have a glow for the star. So I go on an airbrush, use that same yellow, and just there. Oh, now it's glowing. And I think that is it. There's my little signature. Yes. There's the smiley face. And we're done. Thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. I know I went pretty fast, but I find that going sort of quickly on these sort of paintings really helps. At least it helps me. It keeps me from overworking them, which is kind of a problem I'm still dealing with. But I hope it helps, and I hope it works for you. See you next time.